Alright, hey, just making a kind of a quick video. Haven't done one in a while. Um, I recently got a couple parts for my AR, my 16-inch carbine. I have plans on making uh, an AR pistol, truck gun, and hopefully that'll be in the future, and that'll be something different instead of just this AR all the time. And any little modification I get, I put up on here. But it's fun for me. So, alright. So, Oh, also I've been doing Sonoran Desert Institute online gunsmithing classes. They're really cool and interesting, and uh, it's definitely a super good idea to get the right tools for the right job. I don't have a vise, so I had an issue lately, so I need to get one that's like a portable one that I can take anywhere. And how is that relevant to this? Um, so this was originally a Bushmaster quick red dot variant. And what I had was a commercial stock. This is not a commercial stock anymore, or buffer tube. Actually, yeah, technically both are correct. So I put on a mil spec buffer tube and a mil spec stock. Um, I had the correct armor's wrench to get this off, but with the lack of a vise, it was hell and it sucked. I ended up having to use the mounts and scope as a leverage to push against as I turn, and that's never a good thing. So I had a class last Saturday. Yeah, for Briggs Core Dynamics introduction to firearm safety, mostly pistols, and really enjoyed it. Awesome guys. Learned some tips and better body mechanics to shoot way better, way better. Um, so while I was there, I went ahead and zeroed in my primary optic, which is a Monstrum Tactical 1x6. Then this is my 45-degree offset red dot by AT3 Tactical. And it's actually pretty decent. It's definitely daylight bright. I had on between, like, I think setting number 6 out of 10 or 11. And it did great. I zeroed in for about 25 yards. And the reason I chose that instead of 50 yard zero, because with the red dot, it's, this is like it's basically a secondary. So I can do this. And this is going to be more for like um, urban or room environment, tighter quarters, that kind of thing. So that was the idea behind that. It's not saying you can't do it on the 1 power here. You can. If you train with your rifle, you can do anything because you're going to become proficient at it because it's your weapon. You'll know what to do. But I just, kind of like have this backup. In the future, if I end up not needing it, I can always take it off. So that's awesome. Um, my 45-degree offset flashlight too on the opposite side. And it's a Streamlight. I think I've been over this before. But anyways, this was a real pain in the ass. So I finally got the commercial buffer tube off, and I got this one on. It's actually fluted. So what that means for those that don't know is it makes it lighter, but also if there's dirt or debris, when you retract the stock or collapse it, it's easier to get that dirt out of there, not get stuck in the tube and wedge itself in. Also, just for the heck of it, I went and took some white out and marked my numbers on here for the stock positions because that's pretty handy. Also, use whiteout for a lot. I use it for the safety too, just as a point of reference. You can see what needs to. Empty mag. This is a junk mag. Mission First Tactical. I got 2 of these. I'm just not impressed with them, but they're also first generation or Mod 1, whatever you call them. I haven't tried the second generation. I hear they're a lot better, so I may try to get some in the not too distant future and give them a try. This one in particular is just really bad, so I use it for dry firing or just a reference or whatever at home. And I have another one that's just black, and I just put 28 rounds in it instead of 30 because, as you know, or don't know maybe, the feed lip spread. I don't know if you can see it, but they're pretty far spread. The polymer they use in construction of this in the first generation is much weaker than, say, like a Magpul PMag, and it spread the Phillips out. So what will end up happening is the spring will keep pressure consistent, exerting itself that way. It's popping cartridges out. Definitely lead to a malfunction, and it's annoying as fuck and just looks bad. And it's just negative all the way around. So hopefully the Gen 2 ones will be better. If I get some, I'll put some on here and give them a try. So anyways, yeah, so sighted in the optics, both of them. Did great, no problem. I don't remember the brand this is, of the buffer tube, but I'm really enjoying it. Actually, it looks pretty damn cool. Not that really looks are important, but it functions great. I was curious because it's got this like gate contraption in the back. I'll show you. And also, oh, this is a V5 Systems stock. And I'll tell you what, this is really great for rolling it over like this, because it's got that half circle roll basically that just pivots on the axis. It makes it real easy to transition to 45-degree offset. Because for this, I was just using like an M4 standard stock, and it was okay, but it was too thin. And basically, like, it, if you know or seen one, just cover the center part. The shelves or cheek rests were not on there, so it made it more cumbersome to roll it over for the 45-degree. Oh, also, I put on the buffer tube. It came with a QD end plate, so I went and put that in. So I'm kind of transitioning between that and going back here and putting it on stock. Let me show you the rear of this buffer tube. I just thought this was kind of odd. That's a pistol. If you can see it, but yeah, I've never seen one like that before. That had an ending like that. I used to save weight. I don't know. As you can tell, it's mil-spec because it's straight. If it were commercial, it would look more slanted. It'd be more like an offset angle, slight one. But yeah. So I mean, this stock works great. I had a chance to try it. No issues. I actually painted it this morning. It was just black. I used Rust-Oleum camo paint. I believe this is a khaki. And it turned out pretty well. And it'll wear off because of shooting it, and your cheeks and the natural oils in your skin, all that good stuff. But it's worth it. Bad angle. All right, so you just pull up on it like you would a old school M4 stock. That's it, and adjust as necessary. I'm only like 5'8", so I run at like position 2 or 3. See, that's why I had that white out there. It's easy to identify it. Of course, looped up the old bolts and whatnot. And one thing I've noticed is, speaking for myself, maybe people similar size and build, about 185, 189, 5'8". And I bring it up to here. My hand goes past my Streamlight device, pressure switch. It hits this cable. There's a little gap right there. It seems to be perfect for grabbing that offset red dot. And I've tried it with both hands. This was a little more awkward. I need to break myself in, train a left-hand side support as well, in case something happens to your right-hand side, your strong side. But anyways, yeah, that was pretty much my video. This is doing great. The only thing that I really complain about on here is the sling. It's a Viking Tactics sling. It's very strong, it's durable. It works, it functions. I had a Magpul MS3 sling, and I just like it so much better. I guess the main thing is this is kind of thin, and this buckle system just flops around. It's all like this loop, and it's got like a Velcro stitched flap that opens up, and it's I'll show you. Like when you pull it taut, when you pull it loose, there you go. So it's loose now. And then when you pull it taut, it just kind of flops around. You have this big ugly space here, and just I don't know. Like I don't prefer it. I'll keep it. If someone gave me one, I wouldn't throw it away or anything. I'd keep it. But I so far really prefer the Magpul sling. Though I've heard some really good things about the Blue Force Gear Vickers slings. We just haven't gotten around to trying one out yet. Also, so I'll try putting this over here. QD mount. Again, I'm super impressed with this stock. I've had a Magpul CTR stock. I've had a Mission First Tactical stock. I've had this. And so far my favorites are this one and the Magpul CTR. And it just, something about it, looks wise. It looks good. It looks really good. And I think on my air pistol build, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to end up pulling the flashlight off here. And I have some Magpul flip up sights. I'll probably end up throwing it on there. And then I'm tend to lately be a big fan of the HE3 red dots, and they're pretty well made, fairly inexpensive. They're not like KC or NC Star or whatever, or True Glow type junk. Though the True Glow's night sights for pistols are pretty good. But yeah, I just tend to be a big fan of that lately. I did get a chance to try it's like a Sightmark Miltech Pro holographic looking EOTech clone, and man, that was a really clear, crisp reticle. My problem with those is the emitter is showing on top, so they're exposed to the weather, and I may or may not interfere, may not malfunction or be easily broken. I don't know, but I don't really want to take that risk. That's why I'm a big fan of the closed tubes, and this is I believe a 25mm tube here. If it's 20mm, I don't even mess with it unless it's like some tiny like micro AR9 platform thing. But I'm just not a big fan of 20mm tube sights. I think 25, 26, 30mm tubes are the way to go. They give you more surface area you can see through, and they tend to be more natural, in my opinion, from my experience. They may be different than yours. But anyways, yeah, that's pretty much my video for now. And it's looking pretty spiffy. And again, I'm going to take some more classes at Briggs Core Dynamics. Get out there, get some training. It can seem expensive at first with like your membership. But you gotta remember, if you split that membership over the course of, say, a year, that pays for itself. I'm paying like close to 200. But say 6 months, that's 100. So it's basically $20 a month. That's nothing. That's a couple streaming services. That's not that big of a deal. And so it's worth it. And also, at least with Briggs, you get a 15% discount if you're a member. If you're law enforcement or military, I think you get a higher discount, I believe. But that adds up, and the discounts add up. So get out there. Just, make the time. Make the money that you need to do it. Nothing's stopping you but yourself. So just do it. I'm working third shift. I'm doing school online full time. I got the girlfriend, and building guns and modifying them. And I just got a new car. It's a 2014 Kia Sorento. Really enjoy it. 4-banger, 2.5 cylinder, 2.5 liter, all-wheel drive. Mid-size SUV, small to mid-size. It's perfect. I live in West Central Indiana. There's hills and trees. There's also farms and open areas. A little bit of mix of everything. With all-wheel drive, that is definitely going to help during the winter. So everything I'm doing is a purpose behind it. So all it takes for you to succeed is put your mind to it. You have to become a little bit obsessive over it. And like, this is what I want. This is what I'm willing to do to get to it. And that's it. You make the opportunity. You don't wait for the opportunity. You make the opportunity and you fulfill it and you do it. You get done. You move on to the next one because it's never going to be complete. You have the rest of your life to fulfill many different goals. After I get like a few rifles or pistols down, and you move your car, and like a bigger place, a bigger yard, it just keeps going. You expand. You do more with your life. Don't settle for less. You can do more and you're worth more. That's it. That's all I Grand Thumb there. Anyways, everyone have a good day and play it safe.